Ready to see your plants thrive like never before? Let's dive into Real Growers Recharge. Imagine your plants growing faster, stronger and healthier. Real Growers Recharge is like a magical elixir for your garden. Packed with beneficial microbes, it boosts nutrient absorption and enhances root development. Just mix it with water and watch the magic happen. It's that simple. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just getting started, Recharge makes it easy to achieve lush, vibrant plants. Plus, it's eco-friendly and safe for all types of plants. From veggies and flowers to houseplants, Recharge covers it all. So why wait? Give your garden the boost it deserves with Real Growers. Recharge and enjoy the lush, thriving garden of your dreams. Your plants will thank you.
Go to the link in the description to save big and score free shipping on all Real Growers products, or use coupon code Cortez at checkout. Every time you save, you're also helping the channel bring you content like this.
What's going on, everybody? It's Cortez the Conqueror and Canna Alicia. How you doing today, Alicia?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good, pretty good. We got Astro on today. I don't know, around the house, me and the wife, we just kind of been getting ready for the holidays and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we went shopping yesterday, so even though Thanksgiving's coming up, but we just got some like little Christmas decorations for like the kitchen and whatnot. A couple
That's
candles
cute.
and to like the holiday theme a little bit, I guess.
Yeah. Get it ready. That's good.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do chicken again, but rather turkey's a little too dry for me, so I do a whole chickens for Thanksgiving. Turns out so good though. Put like
Oh, nice.
24-hour on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
You just roasted in the oven?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I said you just roasted in the oven?
Yeah, do like a 24-hour brine and then do it in like a big cast iron with like potatoes and stuff underneath it.
Yeah.
That's how I did it last year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, and then Thanksgiving is next week, actually. Next Sunday, we're gonna have McCannabis Luke on, and we are going to be doing a giveaway. So that's going to be pretty cool from the channel sponsor, Real Growers. We're going to be giving away the 24-ounce Grow Dot and 8-ounce Recharge bundle pack.
Yeah.
And I've actually been doing a little bit of research. So we're going to do that as one of the things to where like you got to put like hashtag something in the live chat. So the winner will be drawn from the live chat giveaway. So
yes, definitely don't want to miss that.
yeah, definitely. Then you got an announcement yourself, don't you, Alicia?
Yes.
About affiliate deal you just landed there?
Yeah, I just recently have an affiliate with Cannacan. So if you go to cannacan.com and you put in at checkout, you put in Canna, just CANNA, you save some money, you get 10% off, and then you can dominate your germination station.
Hell yeah. And then if you need some nutrients to go along with those seeds you just germinated, you can go to www.realgrowers.com/Cortez or just use Cortez at checkout.
Yeah.
Even put a clickable link for you guys down in the description there.
It makes it so much easier.
Oh, I know. You just got to click it. Let's see
Those
who
little
got in the
deals save
live
some money
chat
on some
here.
good stuff.
Got Tyler. Pretty sure that's the DeWalt guy. Got Tyler. Pretty sure that's the DeWalt guy.
Yeah, it's Mr.
Legal
DeWalt.
Alien came out today. Just making sure I get the right one.
He'd like my shirt.
All right. Let's go ahead and bring the
Thank you, guys.
guest out.
Yo, hey,
What's going on, Astro? How you doing, brother?
Just doing pretty good. Rolling myself a blunt real fast so we can get started properly. You know what I mean? How about you guys?
Well, see,
Doing
I
well.
think that's kind of my problem. I got a little too dabbed out before the show, and now I'm back to the dabs, but I had to switch to flour for a little while and try to keep the wheels on track here.
I feel you, man. Well, hell yeah. Best of luck with that. And dabs, man, I fucking love. I'm here lately. I've been going after them again. I don't just take straight dabs anymore because, honest to God, they do less for me. If you smoke a blunt, though, and then fill it full of hash and wax and shit, that's where I
Nice
tend to
little
find, like,
wormhole.
yeah, you just got to make sure you're rolling it to, like, it's got to be thick enough to where that shit gets hot enough to actually melt through the hash and wax. And that's why I recommend blunts for that, whether they be
Oh yeah.
tobacco or not. It just amplifies the heat because of the mass amount of weed you're allowed to store in there. So, but yeah.
Hell yeah.
Good thinking.
Yeah, I got some
We do it so much.
pretty nice fresh frozen here from my boy JLS Monster out there, Fort Collins area.
Oh shit! Now that was, speaking of Fort Collins, what a fun fucking time that was at DGC, dude. My God,
Hell
I like
yeah.
your hat, by the way.
Oh yeah, I had to
Oh,
bring
yeah.
it out for this episode. Are you going back out there June 7th, Astro? Coming out this summer?
It would seem so. I really, truly love it. I had a lot of fun there, and I really, really want to make it this year. Due to the, like, I don't know, there's been a difference in, like, income lately, you know, so it's just been like fun things. And with that being said, I still intend to go to all of them, but whether I make it or not is all depending on where I am at that point in time, unfortunately. But we can
I
definitely.
feel you. I
that.
feel you. Yeah, the
People-
only thing really setting me back from the DGC Cup right now is making sure that I secure the vacation time with my job.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, I'm going regardless. So even if they don't want to approve my vacation time, they're gonna have to figure it out because I'm actually gonna be vending this year.
Oh, no
So if you
shit.
do come, I'm doing food service.
Mhm.
Damn, that's pretty fun. Oh shit. Damn, that's pretty dope. Because I love food, man. See, the thing about me is I'm always high, and that tends to bring upon the munchies. You've probably heard of them.
Right.
I'm about that shit.
Well, see, here's going to be the cool thing too. So I'm going to do my menu a little different to where, like, yeah, I am going to have really bomb ass food, but like each menu item is going to have an accompanied infused sauce that's kind of like off to the side so you can dose yourself with food.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the concept.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm focus mode now. We're all up in this bitch. What's going on? I see Cans in the chat. This fucking guy is
Hell
kick
yeah.
ass, dude. I'm really excited. I mean, we're all going to be staying together at MJ BizCon, and I also got some cool news. I need to write it down so I remember to bring it up for Church of Astro. But me and Maywiggle are going to stay with Sebastian Good night one, and that way we can get content with him all the first night and stuff. 420 Fast Buds and stuff. I'm going to be doing some stuff like to help out with that, to film for them and shit a little bit. So Norma G's in the chat, my fucking dude. I love that guy. He's awesome. We got Thurgood Jenkins in here, Soki, Garden for Tricom, Certified Old Guy, Anthony Rafferty, Panero Tree. That dude's awesome. Thomas Cooley, everybody. Thurgood, Mr. Ganix, Anthony Rafferty, Legal Alien, Soki. What up,
Anthony.
everybody? Hope everyone's doing well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I love doing
I
that
know
shit.
when you went to the DGC Cup, everybody marveled about how all the equipment you had and how you were able to like somehow get internet signal, and people still talk about it.
I couldn't even text message. Like my phone didn't even work to fucking text message, like let alone get a phone call. Like I'm still kind of curious. How the fuck were you live streaming up there?
I have an unfair advantage. That would be burner phone. I mean, I had a good burner phone. And so
Oh.
it's like basically with that, I then made a hotspot. And then on my main phone, I would just simply hop on that hotspot. And then also, instead of doing that, I learned I could just boost my laptop with it. And if I'm doing it with the laptop, it enables me to use the computers or the Sony ZV-1F like connected to the side of it as a webcam.
Right.
So it's kind of like you're pushing, but no. And when I watched afterwards, because while you're filming it and going live with it, I'm like, wow, they could see everything. When you go back and watch it, it looks like a dog threw up on top of the camera while I was recording it. It was so fucking trash. Like, and I don't know how people even managed to watch that, but lessons were learned. I won't be attempting it that way. That they
Most
like,
definitely.
but I know that you could buy what's called Starlink or whatever. If I put the mic over here, it doesn't
I've heard of
focus on
that.
it. But
I've
yeah, Starlink's,
started kind of
they've got
looking
them.
into it a little bit,
They're
but that
affordable
is
now.
a really good idea
I mean,
with
not
the
for me.
burner phone. I think you just kind of solved a credit card process because I have processing in place already, but I think you just solved a problem for me that I've been wrestling with in my head a little bit.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I could.
That way, at least if I can get the transactions to square, because I really don't trust it to save it in the offline mode. You know what I mean?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
What if it's too
Look at
dark?
that.
Oh yeah, it's really dark that way. Never mind.
Go into the clouds.
Yo, check
So
this
you
out.
got a lot of innovations, man. I always see you with the craziest stuff, Astro. Like you got the thing
Mhm.
to where like the camera like spins like around, but then you got like the black background that moves with it.
That was one of the things that I built. It was just like a really fun thing, and it's actually come in handy like quite a bit. I've always loved how to say improvising, taking something that's not broken, but just go like, all right, here,
Yeah.
check this analogy out. Like
Take it to
if
the next level.
yeah, like Bill Gates said, always hire lazy people. Why do you say that though? It's because a lazy person is generally going to find an easier way to do the job, and it's just going to be a shortcut. Now, the easier you make one thing, inevitably, the easier the secondary thing becomes. And if the more you do of these things, the like easier it all gets. Now, my
Yeah.
whole philosophy, the fun that I find in life, is to continuously improvise. Is like observe, adapt, and improvise, and find something that you can improve it on and keep doing so, but don't let your defeats like detour you from continuously doing it, because each time that you do this, you're gonna like learn a little bit. But that tinkering
Right.
like
Learn more from
mindset-
your failures.
that tinkering mindset led to this. And whenever I started doing all this, it was just too easy. Why? Is because before, like I said, I was a professional welder and shit, and then I was a mechanic and all this stuff. Like it was not like your normal car mechanic, although I did do that stuff too. But I was like a certified. I was trying to go for the master mechanic thing because I was doing all the shit like the nuclear facilities. With that being said, I
Oh, no
really
shit.
developed a skill set that allowed me to build anything that you can imagine. I was making like art with metal and stuff like that, and that is now converting itself into this ability to simply just turn everything that you see normal people using into something elaborate and different and something that you haven't seen yet. Like I'm just constantly putting stuff together and building things that are allowing me to do that. And so, long story short, fucking love changing shit and making it better. Like,
So did you have to go to like any type of like school?
I was
Did
just
you go
gonna ask
through any
that.
courses? Like
Well-
how did you get into this stuff? But like how did you really start to learn about it to where you were able to take it to like that next level?
Yeah.
are you referring to the content and cameras and such?
Not even
That's
so
what I
much
was
the
thinking.
content, but I was kind of speaking more towards just like the beginnings of this kind of like mechanical or like engineering ability. Like, did you go through any type of
Oh, yeah.
like
hell
trade
yeah.
school? Did you go
So-
to,
And I'm not your
where
normal
did it
person.
really start?
I'm very lazy. And with that being said, the trade schools that I went to, they didn't take 1, 2, 3 years. No, motherfucker, I was like 7 years into school when motherfuckers are graduating after 4. But that's because what happened,
Damn.
all right, was a weird thing. Check this out. I was going to these job sites, right? And I'm me. I just do
Yeah.
what I do. And so I don't give a fuck about a lot. I just like, if I see something, I'm going to do it. Now, all these people that were running these jobs and stuff were incompetent, and I knew that, and I wasn't cocky nor conceited. I had an understanding of what it was that the people needed when they were working for me or after or before they were working for me, I was looking around like, wow, that's what they need. Now, I was presented an opportunity due to the fact that I was working for a company named ASI. While I was working there, I told them I was a journeyman and shit like that because I was still going through what, like fucking 7 years of school, basically. And I told them I was a journeyman, which gave me journeyman pay. With that being said, when we got to a job site, I was the first person that they made a foreman on this job site. And every single person went up and told them, they're like, dude, that's the best foreman we've ever had and shit. He just lets us do what we want. He trusted in us and let our skills. Because if a dude was 45 years old and I'm this young ass dude walking up to him as a foreman, first off, fuck that. Like, how are you going to respect me? I look him in the face and I tell him, sir, I understand you've been doing this a lot longer than I have. And truthfully, I'm not your dad or nothing like that. I trust you. You've been doing this a long time. I'm going to tell you the whole scope of the job and what I want for you to do. Just do me right. I'm not going to come and bother you. I'm going to leave you alone all day. Do the job right. Here's what it needs to be done. And he left. I left him alone. He was so happy. He did the job better than it could have been done by anybody else because I gave him his own right. And so with the trades, they began going in that route. And I found out, I was good at this. And so it began evolving. And so I started learning about like how to teach people welding. And so you start breaking down like the 70-18. Why is it 70-18 rod? Well, it could stand 70,000 pounds per cubic inch. And then the 1 is the all-purpose direction. And then the 8, the last number, is the like essentially it's the lipstick of the rod. Therefore, how well will the fucking like after appearance will be. And so like all of these things and then explaining to people why you have to peen the metal. And peening it is when you smack it, hit it with a chipping hammer. What that does is it distresses the atoms within them and releases them back into the material, because if metal turns blue from you heating it up, it's therefore past its melancyl point and it's become a different metal. You have questioned the integrity of the structural. Yeah. All the atoms are now in a different form. So you're releasing them by peening it, which keeps it, and it gives it essentially a better ductility, which a higher ductility means a reduced carbon count. And the less carbon you have, like let's talk about nails. Like a nail has a high ductility ratio. That's why you could bend a nail and it doesn't break. But something that is a high carbon count versus a lower ductility is going to be like a Holger bit or a drill bit of some sort. And that's a hardened, so, and then like ferrous material.
I snap drill bits all day long at work.
Yeah, that's because
especially
of hardened steel.
If I gotta go like up to like 1/2 inch, 5/8 or something like that, and I just kind of get sick of it after a while, and I don't want to use the cutting gel anymore. Right. So it's like it's their drill bits anyways. Fuck it.
Tap magic.
Magic. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so great. You can just WD-40 that shit anyway. I used to spit on it, but you got to do it slow. Just spit on it.
Well, when you're like right there, it's like even if I blow this drill bit out right now, fuck it.
Like samurai swords, what it is, a samurai sword has a lot of carbon in the front of the blade that they sharpen. And so it's essentially, like I said, if you change it to a different temperature. So what they do is quenching it, and that's soaking it in oil for like until you see it turn a different color, then yanking it. But usually people start to learn the time. And what that's doing is raising the carbon at the edge of the blade, therefore giving you a fine edge. But the end of the blade is going to be a higher ductility. So it has the ability to withstand multiple hits, absorb the impact, and not necessarily break the blade. So
it's kind of like if you're going into masonry, how every once in a while you got to dip the masonry bit into like a water bottle.
Right. And then A36 structural support bolts are earthquake proof because of the amount that they have ratio proportioned for that. So like it's just what the fuck does all that knowledge get me? I don't fucking know. But everything I've learned is always translated into everything that I can find out. The more knowledge you have, the more you can relate to other subjects.
Well, did you ever have formal training of even of like audio, video, like how you're so good now, and look at how far it's gotten you? Do you just teach yourself?
I started editing. All in all, let's say I started my YouTube channel about 1 year and 3 months ago. And with that being said, I would say I started editing them really like off of the phone onto the computer more so. About 1 year ago. And now from that, I bought an actual camera like 8 months ago. And then after about 3 months, I then bought the camera that I have now. So, and then when I got that new camera, that's when I started Adobe. Therefore, what I'm getting at is I've essentially been editing on an actual big boy platform for like 4 to 6 months, somewhere around there. And so I'm already like surpassing people with 12-year college courses on this shit because I devote myself to this shit and I learned this shit and I don't just shortcut. I build that foundation and knowledge that can't be disrupted. When you build a foundation, you learn in every which shape or form. And that's because at one point I felt I had a learning disability, but that seems to become an ability. And so I learn everything the inside out method. I'll do it from the lowest of the low, from the bottom dollar all the way up to the most expensive ways. Or for instance, with editing, I will learn how to do it the hardest way first. and now every way becomes easy. If you like,
Easier.
everybody knows that you could type in and get what you need to happen downstairs, right? On this little, like, how this is laid out with Adobe Premiere Pro and shit like this. You could type in like RGB curves or something like that. But what I would do instead was just go to, like, I would pull down the video editing tab. I would then go to the transform tab or whatever it was under at the time, which they've changed it and they actually removed RGB curves. But like, I knew every folder out of the like hundreds of folders, I then began to learn what each folder does and how many things are in each folder, and then went through each one until I learned the thing. Like reading a whole dictionary.
Wow.
That's essentially what I did.
Yeah.
So me
Yeah.
to edit,
Right.
like, I get told what like it takes.
Since
most
you
people
did
to
it
do
the
videos.
hard way, you were able to reverse engineer it because you actually understood it to like the simplest form.
You know that video that I just put out, the one about the grow room? I don't even remember what it's called. Something about grow stuff or how to. Yeah, I don't fucking know. That one took me 2 days, and that was mainly just like day one was filming, day two was editing, and it didn't even take me that long. And it was all those edits and all that. But that's because I edit with multiple things that I did. Check this out. Like, I've got. Oh wait, it's over here. I've got a mini. This thing is $20 on Amazon. It's a mini keyboard. I took some of it apart and then reprogrammed all this shit to where it just does what I want, because naturally it's meant to be reprogrammed. But I actually hotkeyed everything. Like, I've got my, like, this one is V so that I could go to the cursor. This one's C for cut, R for rewind. Over here you've got your like transition. This is auto transitions. This one's video. And so you do that with multiple things. That my mouse essentially has just as many fucking buttons on it. So I'm just sitting here with both hands going like this, and I'm done in 10 seconds. So it's like, hell yeah.
You almost got like this.
Don't get me wrong. Some
You
of
almost
these
got
take me
like
a
this
really long
Stephen
time.
Hawking's things going on.
Like, let's talk about like Jesus. That fucking.
Just imagine you could like get one of those chairs that did
I've got
everything
foot
for
pads.
you.
I've got foot pads. I was using foot pedals until I got another mouse that has more buttons on it, and I just don't necessarily need them. But like I went out to California, right? And it was Hollywood and all that shit for Grover's Gauntlet. That's right.
Mhm.
While I was out there, I took over 1 terabyte worth of footage. That took me less than a week to edit all of it, and I was done.
Wow.
That's insane.
I don't get how everybody, like, I do, but I don't at the same time. Like, it's like, I love it. It's so easy because I find it so passionately. Like, it's something I really enjoy doing. Knowledge, like learning, not being fucking, like, if I find something that I get mad about that I'm like, I don't want to fucking learn that. That's when I know I have to learn it. That's when I know I have to step up my shit and really push myself, because how long will I be this age? I need to push while this is still a viable option. You got to swing while the iron is hot, or it's going to cool down and it's not going to be malleable any longer. So do the shit while you can. And I'm young enough to just send it. I'm 32. If I keep going at this rate, by the time I'm 40, I'll be all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. It's crazy too. It's like you said, a year and 3 months. It just seeing the progression. I remember just
6 months
hearing about
editing.
you.
6
I'm
months
sorry.
editing. Yeah. That's crazy. It's only 6 months editing now, which means, with that being said, anybody out there in the chat could do this too. I've only been doing this for 6 months when it comes to the actual editing on Adobe.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, look how far
I
you've
use
come.
CapCut, but I know that
CapCut's
like
amazing.
whatever, it is a really good program. I pay
Hey,
like maybe $10 a month for it, but that's pretty much what I make like everything on. Like, even when you see like the intro to the show, outro, little promotional stuff that like I make, Alicia does make a lot of it as well too. But I know like I always come out with like my best final product when I can see it before I even film it. So then it's like I have it in my head and I just basically have to duplicate that into like MP4 format. But I think kind of like you were saying, where you were like, some people make like such a big deal out of the editing. I know I get like that every once in a while, especially if I have like a lot of footage that I have to condense down, because then like I kind of make more out of it, like in my head, to the point to where I'm like making it like such a big task to where I'm like dreading it, like, fuck, where do I even start, you know? And then you kind of start to overthink shit, and you kind of like, I don't know. We play tricks like on our own mind at times. You know what I mean?
You want to know a trick that helps me? Is like,
What?
if you're, well, actually, I don't know if it'll work too well on CapCut, but like what I do if I'm on Adobe or any like on software on a computer, for instance, you could how to do, like, if you have a timeline, you can like expand your audio to where you can see the tracks going up and down usually.
Right.
Well, when you do that, you have a cut tool, and it's my cursor, and I'm just like cutting in between where I see a gap. And after I do that, I delete all of them, and I can highlight all of them and hit close gap under the sequence section on there. And that just instantly puts them together. So there's no pausing. So when you're listening through this, it cuts the time in like literally in half. And you just listen through and see which one sounds the best, which variant of it you sang. And after doing that, you'll have your foundation. Then like you do layers. You start watching through it and fixing something each time, and that's how you do it. Understand where the beginning, middle, and end is, and that is when you can then, because the fun, like nothing matters up until you're at the point where the music is sequenced and everything. Once you've got your layout done, that is
timing
when you
your
begin.
audio, everything.
After that is done, then and only then you start adding effects. The only times you add effects beforehand are just to remember them if you don't want to forget them. So that would help somebody. I hope so. Hopefully
we had a nightmare show not too long ago, but I was actually able to fix it to where like nobody would probably know, and I think it's got, I don't even know how many views, but we had Scotty Real come on from Real Growers Dude Grows and everything. Like people told me right before we went into the interview that like, Cortez, your audio's off, Cortez, but oh my God, it started off with internet connectivity issues. So I was like over here sweating. Like we got Scotty waiting for like over an hour. You know, I mean, the whole thing. Right. But then just to like kind of like land everything, lock everything in. So like by that point, I was just trying to like soldier on with the interview and just kind of like ignored everybody that said that my audio was dog shit.
Right.
I it after we got done, we said our little goodbyes after the show and everything, like off air. I listened to this thing back. I'm like, oh my God, I just went through all that headache and this thing's never gonna see the light of day. But the way that I fixed it, and it was kind of funny because like I reached out to Scotty, he's like, oh, talk to Grambo, he'll help you. It might not be that bad, but I'm like, this is terrible, you know. So before Grambo even responded to me, I actually did the research myself and figured out how to fix it. So in CapCut, I had to from the StreamYard, I had to download it to where like the audio track for the show was separate from the video file. And I had to run it through the Adobe Podcast AI. They have something, so I basically had to learn how to do like sound engineering, which I had like no idea of before.
That's stepping up, because what that is a motherfucker to learn these types of things, and it's like everybody's like,
and I learned it in like night. I mean, I did have the benefit of I was able to figure out how to do it with AI software, but it still did require some tinkering even with the AI, but to put it back to the video, and then I had to time everything right. So that since the audio track was separate, so it didn't look like an old kung fu movie where like the mouth didn't like match them talking.
You know, it's funny. My whole life, I never thought that I'd be able to, but I always had the inclination. Like I knew I wanted to. Like I thought it'd be fun in ways to be able to take, because you'd watch these videos and you're just like, man, these guys feel like they missed the punctuation, they missed everything. Or like, man, you tell yourself, you think you're like, I could do these things better in your head. You're like, man, I could. Well, if that's you and you're listening, like, I don't know how to explain this to you, but I never thought I'd be doing this. And I never thought I'd be speaking in front of people, because I always got really nervous too. It's just all about like where you put yourself. Are you going to be like, I don't know, are you going to step out that or like on that fucking ledge and really just give it a try? And then when you do and you find out you can do this, holy shit, does that open up a fucking plethora of like abilities that you just can unlock from there. It's mycelium. It just spreads. It goes like you hear all these people who say like, oh, knowledge is power, and you're like, fuck you, bro, like fuck you, like that shit is so true. Like it's dumb how true it is, because the more you learn, the easier it becomes to learn, literally.
Right.
That's why it becomes addicting.
You learn all like the little particles of things, and then you apply this will also apply to that, which also will branch off, and then you learn a new. So yeah.
And never giving up, because everybody, here's the one thing I learned too, is everybody who is watching through here, nobody sees the things that you do, and your abilities to portray the image are not going to be on par until you yourself learn. Don't let people's opinions, their bullshit, actually detour you. Because if I stopped and listened to people halfway through, because I've heard, like, I think in my entire career of this, which I'm knocking on wood, I have had, I think, less than like fucking under 2 handfuls of people, like I'm serious, ever say anything negative to me in my entire content career of this that I've heard or seen. Like, is that weird? I hear people have issues with that. Lucky for me, I haven't, but I'm just, it'll probably change after saying it. You know what I mean? But
Now you open
right,
Trolls are gonna troll.
just don't let that
I
shit
mean,
get to
there's
you guys.
definitely
Like,
there's
oh,
times where we get trolls, you know what I mean? But
if I
like
let
the
that
way
shit
that
crush me,
I
fuck.
kind of look at it more than anything else, it's like, well, we must be doing something right. Like if we've gained enough attention for the trolls to come in, we
Well,
made it.
if you let them fucking actually fuck your head and do anything about, like, that's why I wouldn't give a fuck if someone said fuck your mother. I'd be like, ooh, like, what the fuck ever? Who gives a fuck? Are you gonna affect me? When in the end of the day, the only thing going through my head is I got 2 motherfucking children. Your opinion can suck my fucking dick, like literally.
No, true.
Like,
True.
and that's the thing. Say it to my face, bitch. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I handle shit. That's the difference for me and like a lot of people is like, fuck around, dude. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, but
Right.
you know, but in that minute, it's like I'm here for my kids. That's why their opinion wouldn't matter if it did. You know what I mean? Like, I think about those 2 young ones, then it's like, oh fuck, I can't do anything now. Like, I'm a father, and that's what matters to me before it does knocking this motherfucker out. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's
You
crazy
can
about
still
where my life
troll
is.
the trolls though.
I just
Because a
haven't
lot
had
of
many
times
issues,
people
but there's
say
still,
like little funny shit and they just kind of expect it to go like under the
oh
radar or
bro,
nobody
that's
to really
exactly what I
notice.
do if it does happen.
But if you put the spotlight on them, like, okay, let's drop everything we're doing and give them all the attention right now, you'd be surprised how effective that is too. It's almost like the Saddam Hussein, like the soccer stadium public execution.
Yeah. You said
Because people really don't want your undivided attention. You know what I mean?
I forgot
Yeah.
what we were talking about. Oh, fuck it.
Trolls.
Damn, bro.
Fucking
Like, let's
trolls.
talk about like actual trolls for a minute. How fucking cool would it be? Come the fuck on, bro. Like, I am about that shit. Have you seen the movie Troll? I thought it was dope.
Yeah.
I like
I
it.
mean,
They're like,
let's go live under a bridge.
the fuck the bridges. There's bums under there, dude. You want to get stinky? That's the place to be. They call that the soup kitchen where I am. Like that. Anyway, trolls are dope. I think trolls would be fun if they were real, except for the fact they're real big and they're probably dumb as fuck and they're gonna crush shit. Ow. End of story. That's all.
Indubitably.
I used to collect them when I was a kid. The rocks.
Well, if they were real, they'd fucking collect you.
Yeah.
It's definitely a possibility.
Right? Dirty Mike and the boys in the chat, Anthony Rafferty. I love it, man. He gets where we're at.
Troll.
Love it. Yeah, dude.
So tonight you have Church of Astro, right? It's tonight.
I think I do. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah. I made a thing
A little
but I
bit
didn't put it
later,
on
huh?
the thing. I need to do that thing. That ain't gonna make no fucking sense. I made a thing. God, that's not gonna make sense either. Where to start with this? I did like an After Effects thing where like, cause Don, he's like, yo, I did this on here and as I did it. So I was like, fuck, if he could do something that I can't, I feel like that sucks. Like it doesn't suck. It's like, this dude's brilliant. Don't let this man fool you for a second. He comes off like that nonchalant, like, no, I'm just this guy. That motherfucker is genius. I love it. And he's a great guy. Oh, he's in the chat too, isn't he? He's a great guy. Now he is awesome. And he's like, dude, you can do that. And I was like, man, if he knows how to do that, I feel like I should, cause at any point, if someone's doing something, like at one point I seen Homegrown TV, he had this thing where like lettering was going behind him and it was like floating behind his head. And I just had to figure out how to do it. So I started learning layering. And it was like, that's what happened here. I was like, man, he did so good on that. I was so impressed by that. It inspired me to do that. And that is how I've gotten this far, is not stopping, not being like, he could do something I can't. Just get your dick out of your own fucking ass for 10 seconds and fucking do it. Not, don't be a pussy mentally. Own your shit, be your shit. Don't fucking lie to yourself. Like, that's a thing that like I had to break myself up. So like, lying to yourself is not fucking real. That's how you not.
You never really get anywhere that way.
Yep. People who have done it for too long, the unfortunate fact is they then believe in themselves like that. Like everything they say, they then believe. So it's cold in here now. I turned the AC down.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Ooh, chili. Brr.
Certain point, everybody's got to kind of face up to their own bullshit. You know what I mean?
Dakota is a goat, they say. Panero Tree in the chat, which if you haven't heard, that motherfucker
Yeah.
also grows in a shed and it's sick. Like that's he's doing something like I want to do. Like I wanted to get another shed, but one of those like thin ones and stuff, and then just go to the Home Depot and get that like reflective insulation shit. Just fucking glue it or staple it to the fucking plastic walls like that.
Film.
And duct tape it and shit, and just fucking that'll work as insulation or something, or some fucking styrofoam that you accumulate from all the AC Infinity stuff you could buy. Do you guys have a promo code? I'm trying to hook you up here. You guys have a promo code? I'm trying to hook it up for you here.
No, I don't got 10,000 followers, so they won't look at me twice.
Do you have one after?
Yeah. I didn't want to like just shamelessly banter. I was trying to hook you guys up for the I don't know how to do this. I think it's Astro. But right now, the only reason I brought it up is because it's like the Black Friday shit going on. And that's like, you get the 10% off of the website, and then you get the 15% for the content creator. So you're at 25%. But then again, if you spend more than $100, you get free shipping.
Yeah. Yep. I did see that.
That's not bad.
I did see that. That's really generous.
Promo code Astro then. Since the
I got my setup from them from the 420 sale, so I'm pretty sure I got something similar to that, and I used the From the Stash promo code.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! There you go. Support the boys, man. OG's in this game.
Yeah, that's what I did
for sure, man. Good call.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do, man. That's what you gotta do.
Got a 5x5. Unfortunately, I live in a really old building, so it's kind of hard with like the electronics I got going so far not to blow the fucking breaker. And then I don't have access to that, so I got to call my landlord and make up like an excuse of why they got to come reset my breaker. And you know that they get kind of pissed about that after you call them enough times. So I try not to do that. But I got a 5x5 with a 730 watt light in there. I would have really liked to go with the 1000 because I do have the CO2 setup from them. And then I got the big humidifier, the whole thing.
That would be badass. Except for, well, you said CO2. I didn't hear that last part. It's not that your audio can't. I was just thinking of something.
Oh no, I think I was talking kind of quiet too. I'm a little high. But no, so I do have the CO2 setup, but I don't have a tank yet, so I'm not running it now.
So you got the AC Infinity. The mount. Yeah, the mount, like the bottle mount.
I got the bottle mount, and I have the separate CO2 controller that when I am running CO2 in there, that exhaust will plug into that controller rather than the controller 69.
We're in the same boat if you want to share a paddle. What I'm getting at here is I literally have the same everything. AC Infinity sent them to me because I do intend on becoming one of the people who does put content about that, because I do run CO2. Like I've been doing this for a minute, like since day one of me learning how to grow. I mean, I have a grow room that I built like specifically, and I had no idea how to grow. And so I jumped in, like, you know how we talk about editing, how fun that is and what I learned. When it came to growing weed, like that's the same entire boat.
How long have you been growing now, Astro?
3 years. Like, and the thing is day one, I had that room and I was pushing CO2, and I had 4 Scorpion Diablos in there, and they ran on like 240 volts. And it was like, I'm telling you, like it was balls deep thrown in a corner. I had to learn immediately. I had no choice.
Trial by fire.
Yeah, I had someone who was helping me who didn't end up being able to help me due to something else happening and something, you know what I mean? So I was then put in a corner where you're so much money deep into this investment. And if it fails, you're fucked because you sold your Bitcoin to buy this because you invested in yourself and you were going to grow weed. So what I did instead of that was just became a content creator, because while I was doing all this, thrown in this corner, learning from all these people creating content, I then began to think to myself, hey, what if I did that? That's another source of income. I can actually get out of this illegal world and join the real world and actually talk to real people again, where I'm not so hidden. You know what I mean? Like,
I took a loan out of my Vanguard to get the setup I get now.
That's how you fucking do it, man. What you do is you invest in yourself. And you want to know what most millionaires will tell you? All right, so here's how this works. And I actually believed in it so much that I did it in a way. All right, so the bank will give you a loan if you do certain things. I don't know. Go get a loan and invest in your fucking self, because the best thing you can do is borrow money. If you truly believe that you're going to succeed, is borrow money from somebody who has that money and fucking go all in. Invest in yourself. Get whatever it takes to do it. And there are ways to do that. Like, I'm not gonna say you should go out and do something illegal, but like I don't know.
No,
If someone
I
if
took it
someone
out
out
of
there
my
flooded you,
401k.
like I mean, like there's people who can't just go to the bank and get a loan, and so like it's unethical, they say, and I don't condone of this. What I'm saying is like I've heard of people. My eyes, there's something. I've heard of people just getting fronted, and then the motherfuckers would just go out there and do what they were supposed to do correctly and turn in after, and that's how you built a connection and a reputation, and
Can
that's
I
what it
give out
is,
a little
man.
bit of game here? I actually have a suggestion for people if they are in a similar predicament. This is a little hack for you guys. So you can apply for a Home Depot credit card. Like, obviously, Home Depot doesn't really sell like grow stuff, but they do online. They have AC Infinity fans, filters, all that stuff. You might have to go like Vivo Sun for the tent, but they have some decent lights on there. You can apply for credit, and if you get approved, you're pretty much going to get like a $3,000 or $4,000 credit card. They got a pre-qualifier, so you can see if you qualify before you even take the inquiry hit. But if you pay whatever the total is back in less than 24 months, you don't pay any interest on it. So that's a little food for thought. How many harvests can you rake in 24 months?
Yeah, true.
That's a good way to kind of
Pay
do
for
that.
itself.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
share this on my Discord that we're live on here as well. I don't know if I did
Fuck
that
yeah.
yet. I'm high, so I forget to.
But there's a little grow hack for you guys if there's like a financial barrier to get some of the equipment, the tent, the lights, the fan, pretty much your whole setup.
Because it'll have soil
I
in
know.
it too.
I actually did that I put together a 3x3, like a full 3x3 setup like that once.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm always trying to shout it out and bring as many people with as possible so we can help as many people get out there and become content creators as possible. You know what I mean? Because all these people in the audience, that was me at one point too. So if you're out there thinking about doing it, there's people out there who will help.
Option to do it on credit.
Yeah, in a way. Like that's when it boils down to it, essentially, yeah. You want to bring more people because, like, first off, like if they're watching something I'm like in my content, that means in some way, shape, or form they like it. Maybe, well, then we could relate to things, and if that's the truth, then they probably can think generally they're thinking, man, they think they can do it themselves to some degree, and maybe I can actually push them to get to the point where they fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like that's why it's kind of a unique opportunity to do this because whenever you get that, these people are like kind of like you're building more you. Now, if you guys can all understand that if we work as a unity, we then become this unity and we work as a unit. And that's the thing is no matter the size of anything out there, there's nothing that can actually disrupt the flow of what has collectively become from us doing what it took to do this. Now, get out there, make a channel. I say this because if we have like 100 people who each have 100 or 1,000 subscribers, well, it's pretty easy to do when you got a community of people who are willing to say, hey, I'm going to share you on my Discord so everybody can watch as well. I'm going to share you on this and put you out there as well because you're not competition to me. You're somebody I want to see succeed. Here we go. This is how we do this. So if everybody, like, that's why I have my Discord too, is usually people turn the notifications on. Generally, I'm the only one who tags everybody. And that way, if you don't get notified from YouTube, that way you get notified from me. You know what I mean? I try to always advertise this stuff and try to bring everybody with so it helps every channel that we go to.
Most definitely. And that is one of the biggest things too with the cannabis community, because even though it's legal in a lot of states, it's recreational in some municipalities, it's still federally illegal, or federally, whatever you want to call it. So then that's where the censorship from YouTube, the censorship from Instagram comes from, to where they do suppress our content. So the best way really to help each other out and build the whole community up is to share each other's stuff.
Exactly. Just don't fear other people. That's incompetence. You cannot fear another. That's the thing that makes me so forward, so thrive, is because I don't. Like, you shouldn't fear others. You should work with them. And if you fear people, that's a sign that maybe you're like not on the right. Like, you shouldn't ever just open your mind and start learning shit. Then you stop fearing others and you start getting inspired if you see stuff on you that's better. And I don't come at other people like, hey, I'm better than you. I fucking hate people who do that shit. I think it's a weak little thing to do. You shouldn't ever like downplay someone's like streaming platform because you're a fucktard. You shouldn't ever do anything like that. You know what I mean? Like that's the adorable thing is people who do that. It's going to be so fun as you watch, as you ascend and they still decline. And it's just like, it's crazy. And so you can't let others be held down. You can't stop people from thinking that they can't do this. You can't say these things in ways they'll not understand because it makes you feel smart. You have to actually say them in the truthful way. The secret in your pocket, give it the fuck out because you're not a bitch. You know what I mean? That's how you man up. That's how you do real shit. And that's how you get real people who fuck with you. You know what I mean? So, I cuss a lot. I'm sorry. Is that bad? Can I cuss on here?
Oh, I don't give a fuck, dude.
Fuck yeah, because it was too fucking late to stop anyway.
Yeah.
Funny to even try.
No, I know. I've said some derogatory things on here. I got to hear about it from my wife, who's the moderator, and Alicia about it after the show.
Hell yeah.
Give you the look like.
At least your wife watches yours. Maybe
She's actually right here
would,
moderating the live chat. Every once in a while, I might get like kicked in the shin. Like I'm literally coming from like my living room.
Mine's too cool, but I don't get the honor to because she's with the children allowing me to do this type of shit. But then you get these side things that happen. Like Norm is in the chat suggested, hey, Astro, you should get one of these microphones. I'll say it as well, hey, Astro, you should get it in it. I love that fucking dude. Anyway, so I did. I'm going to hit myself with the fucking face trying to hold this thing. So here we have it. This is a microphone. It does all sorts of great things. Like, for instance, when I go to NJ BizCon, I decided to talk to motherfuckers and put this in their face. The camera's going to see like all sorts of cool shit. Like, that and like if it focuses that and then like and then that and then that, you know how that's on there? That's Maywiggle just being a fucking monster, just doing awesome shit and killing it. So yeah, she put the stickers. I put the 5-star 1 out of 5 on there, but she put the rest of them on just because I was lazy. I was in bed and she was like, no, and I was like, please. She's like, fine. And she did it. And she's like, you're going to be mad. It's crooked. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I didn't have to do anything. Look, it's stickered.
Oh, yeah. It's done.
Yeah. Dude.
That'll work.
Yeah. If you took your camera on your phone, if you're on a computer, for instance. And
is that a QR code?
That's what I'm saying. If you took your camera on your phone and pointed at the screen right now and seen this, if the quality is good enough, it will pull up my YouTube page.
Look at, of course. Why would I expect anything less? That's, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I smoke weed and my brain is open and I'm not fucking, if I see something that works for somebody, I fucking, I don't get defeated. I'm there. I'm going to do it to my best. I learned how to do it. And so QR codes are really easy. Here's how you do it. Go to Canva. It's free. You can do it on Canva. Literally, you can make a QR code for any link that you want right now. Take that QR code and put it on everything. Have a sticker made. Do whatever you got to do. You can have a fucking sticker made for
that's what I did, but I had Elkanah make my logo for me. Well, I had one that I made, but it kind of became like outdated. So he helped me to make a new one, but that was like one of the things I definitely wanted with like my Cortez logo. I wanted a QR code in my logo and it goes to my link tree.
Fuck yeah, dude. Astro's Craft Hour, Curly Green Lease and that dude. That's fucking funny, man. With the mic. I know it's gonna be funny as shit, man.
Anthony Rafferty here. Big shout out to Elkanah though. He does a lot for the community.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, you're talking about El Connoisseur?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. It's Elkanah.
Yeah, from the Seed to Harvest podcast with like Canorado Chris.
Oh yeah. Okay, I follow you. I follow you entirely. Yeah. I had a moment, It's all good. But
I think he's got the like graphic design thing, like the Elkanah Concepts or something like that. He does really dope work.
Man, I used to love Captain Planet though. That show is sick. I just don't know why I brought that up.
I haven't seen that in years.
Just it's dope, man. He could do super people shit.
It's actually kind of funny. I was just talking about Captain Planet with somebody yesterday.
Cool,
see,
dude,
you just read his mind. Just passed
oh my
by.
god, there was this one thing. Oh man, if you guys haven't seen it, there was this one thing. It was like a Captain Planet parody or spoof where like he's this dude, and he's like, I don't know, he's pissed off at like people summoned him that he had to come there, and he was really bad guy. He's just fucking killing everybody, and like he's killing them by growing trees like where they are and shit. Is crushing them, and like dude is fucking awesome. It was like the greatest thing I've ever seen. If you haven't seen it, it's like bad Captain Planet or so. I don't fucking know, man. It's not music, but
Is it kind
God,
of like that
people
thing
is
they did with the X-Men where they had the Juggernaut, but it was like it kind of had like the black guy's voice. It was like, "I'm the Juggernaut, bitch." You
I
seen
don't
that one?
know. It
I
sounds maybe
Oh,
familiar.
fuck.
I'm fucking high though, and I'm high a lot, so there's
Right.
a chance it's in there, but we're not gonna find it today.
Yeah.
Like, put it in my head. If people are not visually seeing
It'll
what
pop
we're
out
doing,
of nowhere.
yeah, it will indeed. It will indeed. Hey, there's my face next to me. I just
Yep,
realized
yep,
that. Hot
yep.
damn, that guy's dick looking.
He looks like he's gonna cut you. No, just
No,
not
he
like
got
the
a
look on your
fucking.
face that I caught.
He looks like a dick.
Actually, I
Kind of
heard he's a pretty
douchebag.
nice guy, though.
No,
Not a dick
no,
at all.
nope. No, he don't wipe. He doesn't wipe. I heard that about him.
He
No.
doesn't
Maybe half
wash
the
his
man his
hands.
mother used to be. Wee. What the fuck? Oh, I don't have my fans on. God damn it. I must be autistic. I don't know how the hell I even do this shit. Like, I got a ventilation system in this room, so nothing gets all strict, like stupid and yellow and shit. You know what I mean? Everything's
Mhm.
yellow anyway. It doesn't fucking matter in the first place. But I still hold true to turning the thing on at least, because why does it have to be so yellow? I fucking have an AC Infinity charcoal filter that is on the ceiling, and then on like a garage sale, I bought a fucking Bluetooth connecting old remote for AC Infinity. And so it just hooks into that like that, and it just shoots all the smoke out in the neighborhood. And I used to have the charcoal filter on there, and
Oh,
then
wow.
it just got so clogged up because I smoked so goddamn much weed that I just took it off. Now it doesn't even. Now it just fully stinks like weed all around the neighborhood every time I'm in here. So guess what?
Really?
All fucking day it smells like weed all over the neighborhood. But all of my neighbors also happen to smoke weed, so life is peachy.
That's good to
Whee!
hear.
Can you tell us more about the innovation of that leaf blower you came up with that you were
Yeah,
using at the
dude.
cup?
Yeah.
It's called all-purpose tape and a screwdriver. You just get with that shit, man. Like it's that reflective foil looking shit you buy at Home Depot. It's sometimes quite pricey, but let me tell you something. It's a motherfucking beast, and it will do you right. You can usually take a ducked elbow piece or whatever the fuck have you, and just shove it in the ass of your like Ryobi battery powered like fucking leaf blower, and it's kind of game over if you find something in there. Like, do not use a pop can. Why? It will disintegrate. And first off, you're breathing in probably like galvanized, I would assume at this point.
Yeah.
That's definitely
You're
poisonous.
smoking
And,
like the little ink off the
You can
second
always
top of your
tell
Mountain Dew can.
if you're drinking milk, you would taste a sweetness, or if you smoke a cigarette, it would taste very, very sweet. And that's because galvanized poisoning, which would actually kill you. But like I was a welder. I used to weld like 51. I think it was like, what was it? 50 or 5510, I think. Was it 5150? No, that's a sign of crazy or some shit. I can't remember, honestly, but it's the welding rod. If you're doing arc welding, like, stick welding and shit, like that's, and so I would breathe that shit in. We would have to smoke a cigarette afterwards too to determine rather than like, oh, we need to go to the hospital or whatever the fuck. And like I smoked anyway, so it didn't matter. I just almost choked on my spit, but I caught myself. And yeah, if you drink milk and get sick, then you're like poisoned, so you got to go to the hospital. So these days they came out, like when I got out of welding like that, they came up with these masks that like whenever you're welding, it vacuums
I got
out
like the little respirator on the side or whatever.
And so if you've ever welded or know anything about welding, like, or if you really know about like welding, like deep welding, you know the things about like the initial like poof, that gas that comes off when you strike the arc, all of that is like the most poisonous of the gas that you could breathe in. So most people who weld, they understand that, like if you could put bifocals cheetah lens on, that'll amplify it. Like glasses underneath, they'll fuck your eyes up. But that poof, if you hover above the thing you're welding and you breathe that in, like that first whiff, I always loved that. I loved that taste and smell. My entire career, I did that, unfortunately. That's poisonous as fucking fucks your shit up bad, dude. Like it will fuck you up. And I had no idea. I was like, man, I love the smell of that. That's fucking sick.
That's
like,
great.
That's fucking brilliant, man. Like, dude, I was all about didn't give a fuck to like the next degree. Like,
are you ever got like a good whiff of brake clean?
buddy, I've got a good eyeball full about 100,050 fucking times. Like, you ever work on a car when you're high? It's about everybody's worst fucking nightmare, but it's my daily fucking dream, I guess.
Peel like
Apparently,
half the skin off your fucking knuckles trying to get in there.
It will seriously do bad to everything that happens.
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever got like, I don't know, when I was younger or something, like, let's say like you ever just got curious and sprayed Axe body spray on your dick? Like, it burns really bad. I don't know why I brought that
Never
up.
Axe.
Dude, you
I
know, like,
once in high school, I think I was like a sophomore. I got dared at a house party to put like a little icy hot, maybe just like maybe the size of a nickel, but I put it on my balls. That was a bad
Boy.
situation.
that sounds
Yeah,
fun.
that'll let you know that you're alive.
I was a bad guy. I sprayed my friend directly in his eyes with it because I thought it was funny. And then also, I fucking, what was, yeah, like, all right, so check this out. I don't know if you guys know this about your body. Your eyelids, your asshole, your foreskin, all that shit, that is, your skin is 300 times susceptible. Those are likely area, like under your tongue or the top of your tongue, all that shit, that is so susceptible. That is like 1,000 times susceptible. That's how you taste everything, food and all that.
Yeah.
And so if you were to spray susceptible areas with things like fucking, like, think of that, it's like an alcohol going onto that area.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? So it's like,
I think there
holy
is a
shit.
certain alcohol level to get the scent to stick.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's a thing.
That's maybe why it's like rubbing alcohol on your cock. I mean, not cock.
Yeah.
No, that's poop. Fuck. Why would you put rubbing alcohol on your poop? You shouldn't do that. I wonder what would happen now. Don't let me know. Don't let me know. Cortez wants to know. Send him pictures. I'm kidding. Unless I ain't.
Unless you
Surprise.
taint.
Is he? Oh my god. Where did this night go?
Yeah. Turned into dick.
Oh shit, 4 minutes. Are you guys a 1 hour show thingy?
Yeah, we'll probably go about an hour.
I just don't know how this works. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
don't
But
make
you
it
got
work for me.
do you got anything big coming up that we should watch out for, Astro? Anything we should
Everything.
look for in the not too distant future here?
I hope. But I do. I got so much. It's just really fun. It's really fun.
Tell us about it.
That's gonna be fun. And then let's talk about MJ BizCon.
Yeah.
It's gonna be me. It's gonna be Frankie. It's gonna be Saul Bunyan. It's gonna be Macho Grams be Savage. It's gonna be Dawn from Can. It's gonna be May Wiggle, my wife. It's going to be everybody Sebastian Good. It's gonna be I think I heard Levels is going. I mean, who the fuck else in here? Let's talk about it. Who is going is in the chat currently? Tell me now, because I want to meet with each and every. Cece is definitely going. Where is she? Is she in here? I completely forgot because Cece's going. Who else? Come on. I know a lot of people are. So this is an opportunity. I offer to you. Like, I don't. I've had people like. All right. So last year, ironically enough, I had messaged a lot of people, and a lot of people don't see their messages, which I completely understand. But like one who did, like, I will not say anything. I was just saying one of them. It was like, yeah, we're going to be really busy that day and blah, blah, blah. And what it did was suck because I was trying to ensure that my trip was worth it. And so it was a kick to the balls. We lost Cortez. It was a kick to the balls. And it really sucked. I didn't want that to be a feeling that anybody else had to experience because the next day you made a video. It was like, hey, if you guys are going to be down here, let me know. Message me. And that sucked. But anyway, funny story. It just sucks. But I didn't want anybody to feel like that. If you're going down there, let me know. I also would like to meet with you, hang out with you. And if you know, you just want to kick it, dude, like, let's go. Peasy will be down there. Peasy will be down with 2 people on podcast. Yeah. How the fuck could I have forgot that? But there's so many people, it's oftentimes hard. But yeah, man.
I really got to do something about this internet. But here's the worst part about it. So I have the fastest internet that I can have for because I live in an old building. So it's like DSL. Like, what are my options other than going through like what's available in the building?
Buy a router.
Can you help me out, Astro?
Buy a router. That's the first thing you should do, because before I was having issues like that, but then I had offices built, and the first thing you'll learn, if you're trying to take your home's internet off of the like hub or whatever the fuck, then it's going to like really draw down, especially the further you get. So you learn to get a router, which, like, if you get a Blackhawk, for instance, it's one of the best rated ones that you can get. Like, I think it's the Blackhawk 6600, right? Yeah, I think it's a Blackhawk 6600, maybe K, and it's got like 6 antennas on it, I think. But when you get that one, it's about $300, but you can get them and they're refurbished for about half the price on eBay if you're to watch out for them. With that being said, about $120.
I'll pay the 300.
Yeah, it's worth it every penny. Why is
And what
because
is it
I am
like
in
through Comcast or like
as
what's
we
the
speak
service?
right now, I'm in an office and I'm getting 1,000 to 1,200 megabytes per second. That's not a fucking joke. An office it's a fucking room I had built in the middle of a field that's like way away from my home. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
I am
wow.
on it. Yeah, it's fucking sick. And that's what you can do with a router. And I also have a router inside my grow room. And that's because I want a
Really?
2.4G network. And yeah, so
But what's like the service provider for the router? One second.
yeah, I don't remember. I think it's Comcast, but it's a lot. I got the
Comcast?
best package, but like I know, like I told her at the time that we could afford it. We are like, I will get that. Now it's like a must. Like I have to fucking have it. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of
Everything
those
is done.
deals
I got to do something about this internet because this is getting annoying. I've been trying to figure it
yeah,
out.
I think it's Comcast or whatever, Xfinity or something. Yeah, it's Xfinity.
Yeah, I got AT&T. AT&T sucks.
I got that from my phone. I don't know.
Yeah.
It sucks. Everything sucks to me though. Like, fuck this phone. I hate phones. Like, fuck phones. As technology advances, we lose our human touch, and I do always say that. But the thing of it is if you don't fuck with AI, then you should, because it's the future of everything. And if you don't, then you're just one less person who's going to actually learn in this curve. When you realize that AI will always do better than what we're ever capable of, due to the fact that its IQ is quadruple, quadrillion, badillion, not even words that exist could even quantify the exact amount of knowledge that's already contained and how much is going per day. And that's why I'm making another YouTube channel about it and shit. And that's actually like, it's fucking sick. Like, that's going to be a fun one. I can't wait to get into that. Like, I'm exploring different ways of YouTube as well. I've got like a couple channels now, so that new one's going to be the AI one. So
All AI.
Is that what
I've just kind of started to.
no, I forgot about that. That's going to be me and Cannabis Luke, and we're going to be rapid fire questioning people on the show. So it's going to be sick, man.
Oh, that's gonna
Really
be
looking
awesome.
forward to it.
I kind of just started to dabble into the AI thing a little bit, but like I barely know what I'm doing. But I've done like a couple things. Like in the intro, I have this like girl that comes up and does like a Real Growers commercial, but that's completely AI.
Yeah, dude, it's impressive.
But it's kind of like just to mess with it a little bit and see what I can do, like not knowing anything. Like if I actually kind of knew what I was doing a little bit better, it might be kind of dangerous.
right. We'll
Take
believe
over
it.
our continent with some propaganda.
Well, think to yourself of what you're doing right now. Literally, what you're doing right now. What did you have to learn to be able to do this, to host this, to run this, to edit this, to put people backstage, to have your mic work, to have everything work the way you need it to and want it to? You've gone this far. Take the next step. Start learning how to go further. Just, actually push yourself to do whatever it is that's on your checklist that gets you further in life. Evaluate, figure it out. Think about like, you're only at this age for so long. And if you want this to be anything that succeeds in the future, anytime near, like you got to start just eliminating things. If it's an affordable thing that you can do without having to do much, the things that you've been putting off, like the miracles in life that you're looking for, they're in the work that you're putting off, and that's something I heard off a fucking TikTok thing. And I'm not trying to take any credit for some other dude's fucking words, but that's how cheesy and easy that was, though. It was cheesy as fuck, but it's so deep in a way. Like, because when I started really I was like, okay, what if that's true? So I put that to the test. I started doing that. And what the fuck came next? Everything I wanted. It was coming true. It was like, oh, fuck, man. Like, God damn it. Now I got to go fucking work. Do shit. Like, Anyway, and the story is do what you're putting off. Believe in yourself and just fucking do the next step. Figure it out from there. And AI is here to help you. Ask AI.
Ask AI.
Chat GPT or whatever it's called or some shit.
It can fully write like descriptions in like 2 seconds. Like you just put in like a couple keywords and it spits out.
Answer your questions. Take that thought to the next
level.
Hasn't got
to that level yet.
Like if you stop and think of everything that you're having issues with now, apply that to stop for a minute, take everything apart that you think about AI and just think about this. The more it's going to know in the situation that you give it in the details, the more it's going to understand how it can help you. But you can ask it questions that other people won't get. Why? When it starts with an answer that isn't right, you could just kind of interrupt and say, hey, actually, that's not what I'm talking about. I mean, I've already done that in this and this. And then it begins to form, and it will give you an answer inevitably if you really stick to it. So therefore, if I can't figure out how to get my connection to go up, what's the next step? If I can't figure this out, I didn't have that before, but now I'm going to utilize that. It's the time to do so because everyone else is. And if you're not, you're only going to be behind. So that's why I'm trying to help everybody out in every way, shape, or form. Don't gatekeep. Here it is. There's the info you're looking for. Go for it. So,
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna check out Shure. I think.
Oh hell yeah, buddy! It'll be started soon. I've been working on some things like the intro and everything first, and then it's gonna be good, dude. Because I'm gonna use all my editing skills in a YouTube channel that's devoted for that. Therefore, it's not going to be any other restrictions on it. And so it's going to be fun to see what someone can do with this, this skill set with that shit. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to give that one a subscribe.
Right now, it's called Adobe Astronaut. It's like ADOBE space ASTRONAUT.
Have you like put the channel live yet? Like, can people subscribe to it now, or it's something that's in the works?
It is up right now, and they could subscribe to it. I just don't. I've never told anybody, and I'm going to be changing the name soon to the new one. So, yeah.
Now I put a link to your Instagram down in the description, but if you want me to put clickable links to anything else, I can edit it in there.
Hell yeah, brother! It's
some people can check out your stuff.
I appreciate it. Yeah, see what that is it's funny to me because my first video I ever put was like 3,400 views. My second video, 10,800 views. My next video, 10,000 something views. And I'm not even trying. These were just like, I threw them out there just to see if I could do it. With that thought process, I then began to understand, all right. So it's not just me. It's just this fucking cannabis shit. You know what I mean? And so like the soft bands they have on it, they got a hard on for me, bro. I've got an episode with all fucking like, was it royalty free where I don't cuss a single bit. I never say anything cannabis related in the motherfucker. And it wasn't the title, I understand, but like now it's fixed and everything, but it's like fucking not monetizable and shit. It's like, dude, how are you gonna make a living when you can't get paid on any of this shit? So it's like, fuck. Yeah. But that's why everything hopefully will change with that. But that's not the concern, you know what I mean? Like we all understood that when I started this path as well. It's like later down the road in life. It's trying to have this is your resume at the moment. So
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, definitely check it out. But then keep your eyes on your Instagram, and I'm sure when you get it all, like the new name and
after the show here, for the people that watch this in the replay, I'll get Astro's links for his YouTube stuff here, so you guys can follow what he's got going on.
Oh yeah, I got a YouTube. I got Instagram is one that I'm looking to build up because it's completely new as well. So I started it like 8 months ago, maybe. I don't know. I'm really bad at time.
I got the link to that for you already. So
I got TikTok. I got I got Twitch where I edit videos on there, and like the Can how-to video, I edited some shit on there. And I got
big
Patreon.
Shout out Can.
I got fucking oh yeah, dude. Can's the man, dude. Don's the man. I got all sorts of shit. It's fun, man. I got all the platforms, even Twitch, Twitter, all that shit. So I think they're the same thing, right? I don't even know, man.
I don't even know anymore.
I don't have a Twitter. I don't know what Twitter is.
They blend together.
I got Discord. Point, you know my Discord is awesome. I love Discord. Do you guys have Discord?
I don't.
I have Discord, but I don't even think it's installed. Somebody's got to explain to me how to use it. I'm kind of Discord lexic.
You guys want to know something?
I heard it's a lot easier when like more understandable on a computer, but all I have is a phone right now. That's where like I didn't even. I get lost.
I've tried a couple different times. I can't figure that fucking thing out, man.
It's not too bad, but here's the cool thing: on my Discord platform, if like a lot of people are like, man, if like it's hard to get a hold of me, if you need to get a hold of me, here's the thing: every morning I check in, I say good morning, everybody. I read all the comments, so you can see because I put a little astronaut check mark thing next to the thing. So it's like every morning, if anybody needed to ask me something, it's like YouTube's backyard. It's a way to stay in touch with the community and find out what you can do to improve or anything like that, and just hang out with everybody. I randomly show up in the smoke session a couple times a week. Like I'm in there just hanging out with everybody for multiple hours. A lot of the times, like if I'm filming an episode, I'll be in the smoke session. Like not a lot of the times, like every other episode or so, and you can watch me film it, and it's streamed and like you can watch it in like 4K, like while I'm doing it. So
wow,
shit.
On
that's
Discord,
cool.
just hanging out with everybody. So
I gotta figure it out. Maybe I'll
fun,
do Discord.
A lot of fun.
Saul
Bunyan and Frankie's have like basically built my whole Discord too, and it's like because of them that And they're everything to the channel as well. Them and Macho Gramsby is now part of the package and everything. Like, we are all fucking a unit,
Big
man. We're gonna go out there
Macho
and kill.
Grams.
And CC420, man, we fucking love her too. Anthony Rafferty's fucking basically one of us. Fucking dude, it's
Oh, we got
CC420
CC420 coming on to guest host in January. We're gonna do a mushroom episode, so we're gonna bring her on to kind of bring more knowledge and depth to the interview.
Fuck
She'll ask the
yes.
right questions because she knows.
Yeah.
Shout out Macho Grams.
It'll be a good show.
Savage says two joints in the comments. Sorry. Thank you, Bella, for the link dropping. Day one for sure.
Bella, she's hard at work.
Somehow on my side of the computer here, the live chat stopped like 5 or 10 minutes ago, so I'm kind of lost to what's going on.
Well, we got a lot of goody going on. We got the Panera Tree, Bella Lynch dropping links. We got
I really got to do something about this internet.
Main Dad Twiz T. Norma G is the fucking dude. Anthony Rafferty. Who else?
Yeah.
Saul Bunyan's in the house.
Oh, Saul Bunyan's too. Yeah, there's a great group of people.
I'm bloated.
Yeah. We have
the fuck, man. Like,
really good group that comes pretty much every week.
I think I got
nice little hangout.
I do have to shit.
Be that time.
It's just a thing. It's like one of those things where, like, damn, that sucks. Like, fuck. Heck, you know. He like screams like.
I know.
Yeah, I'm having technical difficulties here today.
I hear dumping water on your shit help. I mean, if you do it, don't do it.
It probably would. Maybe some gasoline.
Spit it on there. Pour it in your mouth and spit it at you. Just become a water fountain.
I think I got some 99% ISO back there that would work pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Hell,
might be onto something there.
Toilet water isn't that bad either at this point. Like, just kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that one. That's not what it ever fucking helps somebody. Ew. I'm one of those. All right, so like, here's the truth. I can watch a dude get decapitated and not give a fuck. But if you show somebody with like a turd in their hand, I'll fucking vomit. I don't like the smell of shit.
I know.
Don't give a fuck for it. I'll run from it. I don't like bugs. I will fucking knock a dude out if a bug came near me and he tried to put it on me or something like that. I'm not the one to play with that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's fighting terms. That's like, that thing's gonna kill me. Like, that's life or fucking death. I don't think you understand what you're putting yourself in right now. Like, I am in a corner, sir. It is life or death. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, ooh, I got a cricket. Ooh, motherfucker, I'm wearing a ring so it hurts. Go fuck yourself. Like, so that's why. Like, it's always been a thing. It's gonna hurt. It's big for a reason. Like, owie.
Astronaut's not a bug guy.
I ain't a bug guy. I fucking broke my own windshield in a truck on a date, and here's the worst part: I was to a drive-in theater when I did the fucking thing. So we were at the fucking movies, and the whole movie, she seemed like she was enjoying it, motherfucker. I wasn't having any of that shit. I'm staring through this spider-webbed ass windshield because, ironically enough, spider went down my windshield while I was driving down the road. I popped that bitch, scared the fuck out of me. I reacted. That motherfucker died as well as my windshield. And the movie, and that day, I sent that bitch home. Instantly was sad as fuck. Was like, I just bought a truck. Guess what the first thing I did on night one? Took a bitch on a date, broke my fucking windshield in front of her, and then never called her, never talked to her, just left. Wanted to go home the second the movie started, was sad. Like, it was fucked up.
How big was the spider?
Who gives a fuck? It wasn't that big. It wasn't big enough to justify it. I've dropped motorcycles that were in first gear at stoplights, spy-let, and go to the clutch. The spider was on it, and I didn't give a fuck.
I don't like them.
It's not about that shit, bro. It's about fuck you, I win. I'll kill you. That's what I do to spiders. You come to me, I come to you with death, motherfucker. Like, It's a war. Spiders
It
need to
work.
die.
I'll spray them with knocker loose, and that's
I
got like a
fucking
little
hate
bit of
spiders.
ether in it. It kills spiders. With that stuff, it will also kill bees on contact out of the air, but its actual purpose is like a lubricant. It's kind of like to break loose like rusty bolts, but it's some kind of ether in there on contact.
I will shoot a motherfucking spider. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't know. I would just like throw shit at it. I have gone as far as
No, you just hit them with a little bit of knocker loose.
I've tried to defend myself by screaming. I've ran. No, I stomp them. I punch them. I do whatever I can to kill them. Vacuums are my best friend. It's probably my go-to. If you've ever played the game like Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube, it's a lot like that. Hey, you suck up ghosts, except for it's like I feel like my soul has left my body while I'm doing it because I'm gonna shit my brain. Like it's just. I don't like them, man. I don't like the things they do with life.
Let me suggest ether-based aerosol lubricant.
I thought you were gonna say getting
They
over
work
it.
right.
I thought you were
No.
I'm kidding.
I'll send you some. It's called knocker loose. You can literally knock, but it's hardcore WD-40. But if you use it, it'll kill bugs like in the air or wherever they are. You kind of see them do like this little like C's almost. They kind of look like the Michael Jackson Thriller video.
I don't fuck with stuff like that when it comes to that. Why? I have experience in. First thing I could tell you is my brother almost killed me because we were renting a house, and I noticed there was it was a big bitch right on the side of our house. It was like one of those like wood fucking like thingies that vines grow on and shit around. Not that we grew anything. It was just like old rotted wood and shit. And then like a spider webs. And I just wasn't thinking, but I had Axe body spray. I was a dumb fuck young person with a lighter in his pocket and motherfucking made it happen. I straight up set that bitch ablaze. It was fucking horrific. It was like Hawaii on the side of my house. So basically what I'm saying to you is like, it almost caught the house on fire. The whole house, like the side of the house was black because of the burns. Because I was like, oh, God knows, bad time. My brother's like, what the fuck? We were renting. And so it was easier. Like it wasn't as dramatic as we all thought. Like I was able to spray it off with a hose for the most part and tear up the house a little bit. And that's why I learned you got to be careful with pressure washers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You can adjust the pressure.
I used to make ads on Craigslist, and I'd be like, yeah, pressure washing, and they'd bring the cars over, or not pressure washing, I'd be like cleaning cars because I thought you could do that. But now with a 3,000 PSI fucking pressure washer, and they have spray painted ass fucking rims, because when they pull up and you're spraying, and it's like chunks of shit's coming out, and all you're seeing is like, like other shit, you're like, I don't know what got there. Whoops. What happened? Like, oh my God, I remember making a post on Craigslist saying I did auto body. And then like this dude came over and he's like, yeah, you do auto body. And I was like, yeah, dude. He's like, fix this. I'm like, dope. I can fix that. Yeah, I'm telling you, you could fucking stick a bowling ball through the hole of the side of his car. It was rusted out of the way. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So for like 13 hours, I sat there with YouTube in my lap and wrenches. I don't know why. Not wrenches. It was Bondo. That would be fucking dumb. Anyway, I had Bondo. I had whatever it took to make Bondo do the job that it fucking did, which was not fucking wonderful, my friend. Let me tell you.
The A and B.
$300 were probably the most disappointing $300 this motherfucker's ever spent, because that motherfucking thing would not have survived a hailstorm. I'm telling you, he drove off. It was so bad. I remember thinking to myself, what the fuck did I just do? Like, it was so bad. Bondo is so fun. It pays for itself.
Yeah.
I tried to use it once and got terrible results.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think I mixed the stuff right though, because you got like that A and B that you got to mix together, but then it came out like I don't know, like fucking silly putty.
Results. Oh, guys, I'm gonna go take a shit to be truthful with you, but man, I really appreciate the hell out of you guys for having me. You know, I've had a really fun time. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for coming on, brother.
Appreciate it.
Not a problem. Well, make sure you guys, if you haven't, subscribe already. If you're coming from my area, these are pretty dope people. I got two people above me. So wait, why don't I just do this? That's them right there, right? So just go ahead and do some stuff by hitting the subscribe button. Also, drop that fucking like, and also tune in. Why? Later tonight is Church of Astro, and that is hopefully someone could drop a link in there. And what you should do is just make it say notify me. Reason I say that is because it'll jingle your phone whenever it's time for the show to go on. Everybody, much love. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you.
See you
Hell
all
yeah.
there.
See ya.
Bye. What do
Thanks
I do
for your
now?
time, bud.
Found it. Bye.
It was cool to have Aster on, huh?
It's funny.
And
It's like
he actually just
you
helped
should
me
look
with
into
some of the
being a comedian.
technical problems I've been having. I think I just got a
Yeah,
couple of the answers for some of the stuff that I got to do here.
That's helpful too. Yeah, because tonight's
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst. I think it's, but powered through.
Right. Yeah, but next week
Right.
we're going to have McCannabis Luke
Yeah.
on, and
Yep,
it's going to be
McCannabis Luke.
right after Thanksgiving. So we're going to have that Real Growers giveaway for everybody. So look out for that next week.
Yes. And also, if you want to save some money, you can use code CANA at canacan.com. Save 10% on your order.
Hell yeah. Everybody show a little bit of love to Alicia and use her coupon code if you're looking to grab a can.
Oh, boy.
Bye, guys. Until next week. Peace out.
See ya.
I'm nothing to play with. Go and find yourself a toy.
Let me this bitch retarded.